Hey, yeah, welcome. Hey, glad you could make it. Yeah, I got everything kind of set up. Um, you know, uh, you we're ready to get started. I know this is your first time playing a TTRPG or anything like this, so we're gonna start pretty easy. As long as you got your character, you're good to go. Great. Um, so yeah. Oh, you don't have any dice? That's okay. That's okay. I got plenty. Trust me. Um, yeah, things get a little weird when it's just one-on-one. So we're gonna kind of, I'll ease into this. Nothing too crazy, nothing too difficult. So yeah, you'll be able to just get ease right into it, and you kind of get a feel for how things are gonna go. So got your character, got everything good to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and start, huh? So you are you're an adventurer, right? You've just set out from home. You have you're like a hand-me-down sword, hand-me-down armor, just a few coins to get you to the next town. You took a job at the Silver River Tavern. The local proprietor there seems to be having some sort of problems. Said to inquire with him for some more details. So that'll be your first, I guess, place to stop as you get into town here. Easy enough to find, not a big town, about the only tavern in town, so you're going to find it relatively easily. It's I don't want to say ramshackled. It seems to be fairly well kept, just old, and it's showing its age as time goes on. So you can, you get this feeling that this is maybe a good first step for you. Yes, of course, like any adventurer who sets out from home, you have visions of becoming a hero and saving the land and, meeting interesting people, fighting terrifying monsters. But you also know that, this is your first step. That comes later. So you approach the Silver River Tavern, and as you enter, the Batwing doors sort of give a creak as you step inside. There's a fair amount of people in here, fairly bustling. People are enjoying drinks and meals and conversation with their neighbors and friends. Across the way, behind the bar, you see an orcish man. Large, stocky, with maybe a bit of a pot belly, greasy brownish black hair slicked back. A chipped tusk hangs out the right side of his mouth. He's busying himself wiping down the counters, seemingly cleaning up after some other patrons had left before you arrived. You approach the counter. He stops mid-wipe to give you a glance before he goes back to what he's doing, and he asks,
What do you have?
"What do you do? You don't want to drink? You want to just tell him what you're here for the job? Okay. You inform this man that you are here for the job that had been posted. He gives you a second look and he goes,
All right. Yeah, I've been having some problems with some giant rats in the cellar, getting into the food stores, causing all kinds of problems. So, you can take care of it, or I'll be mighty appreciative. I'll give you the key. The cellar doors are around back.
He kind of rummages beneath the counter for a second before he turns and slides over an iron key your way. Payment? The posted payment for this was 5 silver pieces. Nothing too extravagant, nothing too difficult, but the proprietor clearly hadn't gotten the town guard to help them take care of this, so they sought a private means of dealing with this problem. You want to try and haggle that price up? Okay, all right. Yeah, you certainly can. Go ahead and make a haggle roll for me, if you please. First roll, huh? Exciting. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's a 1, so that's a critical fail. Okay, you lean on the counter and you try and talk the price up. At this point, the orcish tavern keep stops what he's doing and looks at you and goes,
Now, kid, the agreed upon price is 5 silver pieces. You can take it or leave it. There's plenty of other young upstarts like yourself who will willing to take that payment. It's just a few lousy giant rats. And if it weren't for my bum knee, I'd taken care of them myself. So, you can either take the key, deal with the rats, and take the payment, or you can piss off and I'll find someone else to do it in your stead.
You don't push it. Okay. That's that's fine. That's fair. You take the key, give him a quick nod, and goes,
Good. Like I said, cellar doors right back.
You just walk out. As you're walking away from the counter, you do hear some snickering, some maybe some snide remarks by some of the tavern goers who were nearby to hear what had happened. Maybe it could have gone better, but you'll prove them wrong. You're gonna go down and deal with these rats, and you'll show them what you're capable of. You exit the Silver River Tavern and make your way towards the back of the establishment. And sure enough, you see a pair of cellar doors, heavy wooden cellar doors, with a large rusted iron lock from the looks of things. And it takes a second, but you get the key in, and with a little bit of effort, the lock pops, and you pry it apart and get it off. You go to open the doors, and they seem stuck. They seem fairly well jammed together. What would you like to do? You want to just try and force them open? Okay, sounds good. Make a strength check for me, please. So just roll a d20 and add your strength score to that. That's another 1. Okay. You try and you try to pull them apart, and they're just not budging. Are there any rocks nearby? Yeah, sure. Let's say there's some rocks around. Yeah, you go and pick one up. You want to try and pick one up and bash the doors in. Okay, that's you. Hey, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and make another strength check for me, please. Another 1. Okay. You pick up the rock, and you have it for a second, but you might have overestimated how strong you are, or underestimated how heavy the rock was. As you go to hoist it, it slips and sort of catches you on the way down. You take 3 points of damage as the rock impacts your shoulder. The upside is that the rock does collide with one of the doors and sort of crack it in. You sort of rub your shoulder, and you can feel a bruise already starting to come on, but you're able to pry apart the door at that point. And you are sort of blasted with a cold rush of air as the cellar is now open to you. These stairs look well worn, smooth from years, decades of past proprietors going up and down them to bring the stores up. Do you proceed? Okay. You descend the stairs into the cold but dry cellar. You can hear above the tavern goers. It's not raucous per se, but you hear footsteps. You hear the odd laugh here and there, muffled, of course, through the wooden floorboards. It's dark down here as well. You light a torch? Okay, excellent. Easy enough. You light that, and you are able to see. As you stop and listen for a second, roll an awareness check for me, please. Another 1. Yeah, this looks like a cellar. Maybe you've seen some before, maybe you've seen some in the past. There's some crates around, some sacks, some barrels, some various cooking implements on the walls, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You want to try and open one of the crates. Oh, okay, sure. Go ahead and make another strength check for me, please. You have to pry this open. Another one. Okay. You're unable to get any sort of leverage to pull open a crate, and as you struggle and struggle, you actually do drop your torch briefly. Nothing nearby to catch a light on the stone floors here, but you slip and fall backwards into another crate. It cracks under the force of it. You take another 2 points of damage as you impact the crate. With that sound, you do hear little from the corners of from the far corners of the cellar, and you see a giant rat. For any sort of lack of description, it has deep red eyes, sort of a mottled brown fur. And it is probably roughly the size of, I guess, like a corgi, right? Like, it is a big, big rat. As you sort of try and right yourself out of the crate, you realize the crate that you had landed in was actually full of produce, vegetables. Carrots fall out around you. And the rat sort of begins eyeing you and making its way towards you. You ready your sword? All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and let's roll an initiative. So initiative will determine what turn order things will happen. The rats have a set initiative of 10, so you're looking to beat that, so you can go first. You rolled a 1. Okay. Yeah, you will go after the rat. Okay. So the rat, eyeing the food, it seems to, be. It looks hungry, and so it kind of starts coming towards you. It doesn't seem hostile quite yet, but it is inching ever closer to you. I will say that's the rat's turn for now, as you don't pose an immediate threat. So it is your turn. So you can just do what you do. You draw your sword and try and hit the rat. That's what you're here to do, right? Go ahead and roll an attack for me. Another one. Okay. You swing there. You past the rat as it kind of dodges back. Now the rat knows you're a threat, and now it looks angry. It lets out a squealing shriek at you. That's all you can do on your turn. You stand your ground between the vegetables. Okay. All right. The rat will lunge at you. It rolled a natural 20. Okay. You take double that. You take 6 points of damage as the rat jumps at you and latches onto your chest. How many hit points do you have? Oh, that was all of them between the rock. I guess you are a first level character. Okay. You fall unconscious as the weight of the rat falls onto your chest. There's a piercing pain in your shoulder, and you black out. You don't know how long what happens next, but it's dark again, but there's a fresh coldness on your face, and as you come to, your vision fading back in, you look up at a starry sky, and you see 3 figures standing over you. One of them looks to be a large, burly individual, and 2 lightly armor-clad ones. One of the armor-clad individuals kneels down and goes, "You all right there, lad?" He kind of slaps you across the face a couple of times. He turns back and goes, "Hey, he's awake." At this point, the other one comes over, kind of give you a once-over. You feel a pain in where the rat bit you, where the rocket impacted you, in your back where you had fallen back onto the crate. The tavern keep speaks as you recognize this voice.
There was one measly giant rat. Like I thought I was my need, but you're lucky I decided to come and see what the ruckus was after the crashing sound. I pulled you out of there, you bled all over the damn carrots. useless adventurer.
The guards kind of give you a once-over, and they share a look. It's not a reassuring look, but you're alive. And the guard who roused you from your unconsciousness goes, "Lad, you might want to leave the adventure for the folk who can handle themselves." Okay, I'm gonna call it early here. Maybe we'll. I need to reassess some things in terms of a difficulty. Yeah. Maybe sometime in a little bit will we meet again. Okay. Well, yeah. I hope you had fun, and yeah, I'll see you next time.